On Monday morning, while I was still doing Good Morning Cape Town, I shared an email I had got from a listener, Dominique, which spoke of an attack the previous day on a woman who was walking on the mountain somewhere above the Camps Bay area, somewhere in the Pipe Track area, I believe. And she'd been attacked by a young man and had been very seriously injured. He'd bashed her head with a rock and she had to undergo emergency surgery. And to the best of my knowledge, the assailant has not yet been caught. Her husband, Ken, joins us now. Hello, Ken.
Hi, John.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. Parola, would that be her name?
Parola is fine. Yeah, Parola is fine.
How is she, most important?
She is hugely traumatized, John. Hugely traumatized.
Understandably so, physically and emotionally. She fractured skull, I believe. What was the end diagnosis, the treatment, and where she is now in terms of recovery from the physical injuries?
This madman whacked her over the head, as you said, with a rock 3 times, 4 times, then tried to gouge her eye out. She required 4 hours of surgery to repair her scalp, then eye surgery, and she's lost 50% of her vision in her left eye.
With the possibility of getting it back, or does that look like a permanent loss?
Permanent loss.
Wow. And what did he want from her?
Nothing. He wanted to kill her, basically. He didn't take anything. He didn't have a weapon with him. He just kept repeating, hitting her with the rock. She screamed and screamed. 2 girls nearby came to her help. Fortunately, they had a dog, and the dog chased the attacker away.
So it wasn't cell phone, give me your wallet, give me your wedding ring, none of that. It was just an unprovoked attack with violence as its only goal.
Absolutely. Perla walks on the mountain every single day in life. She never carries anything of any value with her. So there was nothing that he could take.
Oh man, I not often that a talk show presenter finds himself at a loss for words, but it's just awful.
Well, let me just
it's awful.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous. But you know, there were some really good people that helped her. And after the 2 girls came to her aid, and I may add that both these girls needed trauma counseling afterwards. But after the girls came to her aid, there were several other ladies who were walking on the mountain who came to help her. Now, I had 4 buckets outside my back door of blood-stained clothes after this. 2 of those belonged to Perla, and the other 2 were the ladies that helped her. They were magnificent.
There is that, and I don't know how much that allows one to cope better with the horror of the incident, the trauma of the incident, but it's good to know that in the midst of an experience as horrific, as horrendous as this, you can look at charity, you can look at Good Samaritans and say thank goodness for you.
Yeah, I mean, that was the reverse side. I mean, they were extraordinary. And of course, the medical people have been great as well. You know, I mean, they went out of their way at the Gardens Mediclinic. And they've all been super, you know, they really have been super.
You know your wife very well, and her ability to get over this. I mean, you talked about severely traumatized, of course. So there's the physical damage to get over, and then there is the psychological, the emotional, the terror of it all to get over. And
she's a gutsy girl, John. She has her own recruitment business. She has been in touch with a therapist for quite a number of years. The therapist said to me, she is the most resilient patient I've ever had. So I think she'll come out of it. It'll take a hell of a long time, of course. But in time she will. But, this madman has taken her life away. She can't walk on the mountain anymore. She'll be looking over her shoulder, and it's just atrocious, that is where she's at now.
And this is not the first, and it won't be the last. And I have some sympathy for the authorities, and I also have a lot of impatience for the authorities when it comes to attacks on the mountain, because how much in the way of scarce resources get devoted to mountain safety? Who should be in charge? What should the level of resourcing be? How should it be deployed? All of those things. In the light of what happened to Perla, do you have thoughts that you want to share on that aspect?
Yeah, I think Table Mountain need to get their act together. The Sandparks guys, all of the people associated with that. They just need more boots on the ground. They need to liaise more with the community groups. They just need to have some sort of communication with everyone. This thing is going on and on and on, and it needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped. It's horrendous. And this madman, the next person he encounters, he's going to kill. He's insane.
Do you have any idea of how intense and long-lasting the search for him was, either between law enforcement, official law enforcement, city or SAPS, Table Mountain staff, the various groups that try and look after safety on the mountain?
Sorry, do I know what they're...
How long they looked for him? What level of success did they sort of, after 20 minutes of searching, shrug their shoulders?
I think they did look for him, but at that stage he was long gone. And I mean, the mountain yourself. Yeah. It's extremely difficult to find anyone. So I don't know. We've talked to the police. We're going to have an identikit thing done on Monday, but who knows?
Did the women who came to Perla's help, did they get a good enough look at the attacker to add their description of him to whatever Perla might remember?
They did. Okay. They did. And Perla obviously had a very good description as well. She's lived here all her life, so she knows where the guy's accent's from. He was about her size. He was incredibly strong. So there might have been more involved in what he'd consumed that day. But yeah, the girls know. And, the two girls that came to her aid initially were superb. They had literally saved her life.
Michael says, can I please ask you exactly where on the pipe track it happened? I'm not sure how relevant that is, because it's not as if he's going to go back to the same place if he decides to attack again on the mountain.
No.
But just in case, do you think it matters exactly where it happened?
Well, I don't know. I mean, these attacks take all over. But let me just tell you, it was at the back of the Woodhead Glen complex where we live. It was on the Jeep track, so it was about 4 minutes, literally 4 minutes from our gate, and it was midday on a Sunday.
So close to people and at a time when it's likely that there are going to be a lot of people around. So it really is, an attack without any conscience, without any compunction, without any...
No, I mean...
attack assuming some kind of impunity.
Yeah, it was just, as I said, insane. It was just complete madness.
Ken, anything else you want to say before we once again give Perla our very, very best wishes for the best possible recovery under the circumstances?
I just want to say thanks to the people that helped, John. I mean, they were magnificent, and the medical staff were superb. As I said earlier, it's going to be a long haul for her recovery, both physically, mentally, etc. But just a big thank you to everyone that helped on that day.
There's a flood of sympathy coming in on our WhatsApp line, and so there are a lot of people sending positive vibes in her direction.
Well, that's great.
Let's hope.
That's great. That's super.
And thank you. I mean, these things can't be easy to talk about. So
no, but they've got to be. It's got to be sorted out. It's got to be sorted out.
Ken, husband of Perila, thank you very much for talking to us this afternoon. It doesn't. No, it's just awful. It's just awful.